Alright, today we are going to be looking at the position description part of the job application process and how you should be using it to hack the system. Hey, if you're new here, I am Jade and I'd just like to start off by thanking you for clicking that video and spending some time with me here today. This is my channel, Misskoko, where I, as an online presence specialist, help job hunters in the glam sector and small businesses be visible online. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in hearing more about, click the subscribe button and ring the bell next to it, because I wouldn't want you to miss out on another video of mine. Without further ado, let's get into the position description. You are applying for a job, and the document that should be guiding your application and the decisions you make? That's right, the position description and the key selection criteria you can find within it. Like your resume, the position description is another key document in the job application process, so it is important you know how to read it. Today I'm going to go through the parts of the position description, or PD, what I take note of when reading it, and how I use the PD in my own applications. And here's one for a job I wouldn't mind having in future. It's at IAXIS as a collection manager for research data and digital. Oh, and while I'm thinking of it, that's something else I suggest that you do. Gather up PDs of jobs you wouldn't mind having in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years time. Print them out and use them as an inspiration board. Pay particular attention to the skills in the PD because you can use those to guide your career and professional development now. But back to what I was saying, it may seem pretty obvious, but read the PD. All of it. Don't just skip ahead to the key selection criteria. That is an important part of the PD, but if you skip ahead, then you're missing out on so much. In most PDs, the first thing you'll see is something like an About the Organisation section. This is a great place to find out about the culture of the organisation and what they do. This section shows how they see themselves. It's essentially their brand, so get to know it. And if it sounds like a place you would be proud to work, go check out their website and their socials. See if their voice is consistent. Remember, the job application process isn't just about proving that they should hire you, but if you want to work for them. The next two parts are usually called something like position details or duty statement. These two parts I really take note of because I consider them to be the most important of any PD. These sections will give you an idea of the actual work you will be doing. They will read as very executive, higher up and kind of policy-like. There is a reason for that though. See, sections like this feed into an organisation's key performance indicators, otherwise known as KPIs. And if you got the job, you'd most likely see them pop up again in documents like your performance plan. But for us job hunters, you want to be using the language of these two sections in your application. Take yourself a highlighter and highlight the keywords and skills in these sections. Those key words you should then sprinkle throughout your resume, cover letter and key selection criteria. The skills, be sure to work those into the examples you use when answering the key selection criteria questions. The PD may include organisational relationships, which will tell you who you'd be reporting to. They may also include like a physical requirements section, outlining the actual physical environment you'd be working in, postures you'd be most commonly using, whether you'd be sitting all day, standing, and if there's any heavy lifting involved. Then of course there's the part that causes people the most worry, the key selection criteria. So some advice for this section: proofread your key selection criteria. And by proofread, I mean you read it 3 times at 3 different times and give it to at least 2 people to read over as well. You don't want to disqualify yourself because of some grammatical errors. Take your highlighter again and highlight in the key selection criteria keywords that tell you what they are expecting and skills. So in my IATSIS PD, they use the word demonstrated a lot. Right here we've got demonstrated commitment to working with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Demonstrated understanding of the role of major specialist collections in meeting the needs of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. And again, demonstrated ability to lead and manage a team in data and born digital items. These words and or phrases are important. Demonstrated commitment tells me they want me to prove how long and in what capacity I've worked with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Demonstrated understanding tells me they want a sneak peek into the knowledge I have on managing collections that meet the needs of Indigenous communities. And demonstrated ability tells me they want examples of my team leadership abilities and, examples of when I manage data or born digital items. Doing these things before I've written even a word of my job application really helps me to 1, make sure I am giving them what they want, and 2, that I don't waffle. Because imagine how many job applications this one person or team of people have to read in a very short time frame. If your application is concise, targeted, and packs a punch with your awesome examples, it's going to stand out straight away. And lastly, if a job contact is supplied, use it. Call up and ask for clarification on anything within the PD. For example, this PD talks about the ICIP, which is the Indigenous Cultural and Intellectual Property Rights. I could ask how IATSIS currently manages community concerns in this space and ask them if they'd be open to trialling other methods in future. So let's recap. How can you use the position description to hack the system? Well, number 1, read the whole damned thing. When you skip straight to the key selection criteria, you miss out on finding out about the organisation's values, how they brand themselves and how they see themselves, the relationships within the organisation you should be aware of, and your actual job duties. Number 2, keywords. Bring out your highlighter and find all the keywords in the position details, duty statement and key selection criteria parts of the PD. And number 3, follow up. Call the contact officer and seek clarification. Calling also has the added bonus of helping the organisation put a voice to the name. I hope this video has been helpful and given you something to think about when it comes to finding all the hidden clues in the position description. I've put together a document listing keywords like demonstrated, proven ability, and what they actually mean in the description below. So be sure to grab that before you go. Otherwise, stay tuned because my next video in 2 weeks will be about the interview and how to ace it. Be curious and DFTBA.